It's Jaliyah Kreationz and I'm back with another video. Hi budget family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here or returning, my name is Jaliyah Kreationz. I am a financial coach that wants to see you succeed in your finances. So I make videos teaching you how to budget and get on track. Today's video, you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna go to one video a week yet. I haven't decided, you guys, on what I want to do for my posting schedule, because I feel like my posting schedule has been all over the place and you guys do not know when a video is coming. But I kind of like that because now I'm like just sneaking up on you and you know when a video is coming. But I don't know, guys, if I'm gonna do one video a week or whatever the case is. I have a lot of topics that I wrote down that I want to talk about and make videos about, so I don't know if I'm gonna do this in long form and post it on YouTube or if I'm gonna do it on short form while I'm still taking care of clients. So we're just going to have to see kind of how this process is going to work out, you guys. So bear with me as I'm finding a routine that works best for me on my posting schedule and what I like. So far, I have been consistent with my Wednesdays, you guys. So expect the video every Wednesday. I don't plan on messing up that schedule at all. I think that's still going to be pretty consistent. But Saturday, I'm kind of thinking if I want to change that to maybe Sunday or how I want to move through this process. So y'all bear with me as I'm coming up with a routine that works better for me. I thank you guys for everybody that supports this channel and watches this channel or even ask where I'm at when I'm not here. I appreciate you guys. I promise the content is still only going to get better and better in due time. But today's video, I've been wanting to do like little short clips and little series. I think I'm going to start a different series on my channel. But today I'm going to be talking about when you should be paying off your debt when you do your budget. There's so many questions that we get throughout the budget process of when we should pay off our debt. I did do a whole video that talked about how to end your month, but we're going to talk about this. And then when we're going into April, I want to start talking about quarterly reviews, you guys. It'll be 4 months into the year, which is crazy to think. I swear we were just setting up January budgets yesterday. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do a quarterly audit, probably going into April, so you can go through and see what you've spent for the month. I do recommend checking out all of my videos. Every video I have been posting has been having gems in it, you guys. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and binge watch some of these videos, you guys. There's so much gems in here that's been helping my clients. There has been so many client results this month. I haven't even shared everything that happened in March for clients. So once again, if you're questioning booking a consultation, make sure you book your consultation. It's worth it. It's going to help you. It's going to better you, and you will get a budget tailored towards your needs. There's nothing like sitting and watching other people's budget, but actually getting one that's going to help you with your numbers. So if you haven't invested in financial coaching, please make sure you do. We're gonna jump in this video, and I'm sorry guys, that's King playing with his toys, so hopefully he's not too loud. He wants to play with his toys when I start my YouTube video, but it's okay. We're gonna get into it. Also guys, I did drop these little piggies. I don't plan on keeping these in my business forever, so if you wanted to get a piggy, it's the perfect time to go get one. I dropped these because they match the budget planner, and I was like, I have to have these. I don't care. It's not the same material, but as you can see, it literally matches the planner so much, and the girlies have liked this so much. I'm going to spam pictures on the screen of everybody that got one. So we still do have some of these left. If you've been wanting to get one, it's perfect to put on your keychain, perfect to put on your planner. However way you want to organize it, you can do that. But let's get into this video. All right, you guys, so we're going to be going over one of my clients' budgets. Of course, all clients are anonymous, so I will not be sharing anything, you know, about this client personal, you know, things. But anywho, what we're going to go ahead and do is talk about something that she struggles with, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys struggle with. So we are getting towards the end of the month, which is going to be, today is March 26th, which is crazy to think. We only have like one more week left of this month, and then we're going into April. So at the end of the month, our goal is to basically go through and see exactly what we spent for the month and how much we're going to put towards debt. I did do a full breakdown, like I mentioned previously in this video, of how to wrap up your budget for the end of the month. So I'm not going to go into 100% detail, but I'm going to tell you how you should be doing each paycheck to make sure that you're able to pay off your debt at the end of the month, okay? So let's go ahead and look here. So our payday falls, we have a payday that falls on February 27th. I'm not going to look at the monthly budget. We're just going to do her paycheck budget. This client is paid bi-weekly. She gets 2 paychecks. She gets the paycheck from the 27th of February, which covers all the first bills of March, because she doesn't get paid again until the 13th. Now, there is another paycheck that she has in March, which is going to be the paycheck that comes tomorrow, March 27th. March 27th's paycheck is when she's going to pay off her debt. Why is she going to pay off her debt with this paycheck? Because we're going to take the money we have in our savings and we're going to use this to pay off our debt, okay? So our first paycheck, we put $130 in our savings. Our second paycheck, we put $277 in our savings. So now when we go to this week, you guys, which is going to be the week of the 23rd, right? March 23rd, or this is going to be March 17th. So March 17th to March 23rd, and then March 24th to March 30th. Okay, so this is the week, our last paycheck of March. Basically, we don't get paid this week, and then this new check is basically going to cover all of the beginning bills of April. So it falls on April's payday. I just posted a short about this on how to figure out what paydays go with each month. So make sure you guys have checked out that video. It's going to be very beneficial. Your last paycheck of the month, which is going to be, her paycheck is going to fall on 3/27. This is going to cover all the first bills of April. So basically, it's going to be a repeat of this week. All of the templates are going to repeat again. I know you guys are wondering why I don't have a monthly budget in here, because we focused on her weekly, but she has the monthly in her own templates. But anywho, we're going to go over the examples that we have here. So for this week, this will basically be a repeat of this week. All those same bills are going to come out again. All these bills are going to be due again. So now what do we decide to do? Why did I say we waited till the end of the month, you guys, to take this money to pay off our debt? Is because we made it through the whole month without having to use that money. Let's say an emergency had came up, right? Let's say something came up and she needed to use that money. We would have been able to use that money without using our credit card again, because we have a new paycheck cycle. So anything that came up, any unplanned expenses, she would be able to use this money with, instead of having to wait for her next paycheck or use a credit card. You guys see what I mean there? So now this money should be in a savings, and we're going to use this to pay off our debt. So we have $130 is what we put up from our first check. Our second check, we put $277 up. We have $407 left over after our bills and expenses. Now, if any of this changes, she will go ahead and adjust her budget, but we seem to be on the right track from what she has told me. So now what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and look at our debt payoff plan. All right. So here's our debt payoff plan. This is everything we plan to do with our debt. As you can see, she has 3 different debts. She has a Discover credit card, which the balance was way higher on this. She paid this one down a lot. It was at like $4 grand, so it went down to about $1,700. So we're doing good there. Then we have her credit union, which is $16.96, and then we have the Apple credit card. Here's our minimums. This is how much you're spending on credit cards each month. And then here is our payoff plan. So our goal is we want to pay off the Discover first, which has a balance of $17.41. $17.41 is the balance that is on the Discover credit card. Okay, so if we have $407 according to our budget left over after bills and expenses, we're going to put $300 of this towards debt and $100 of this in our savings. So $300 is going towards debt, $100 is going in our savings. So what does that look like in a debt payoff plan? Okay, so $300 of this going towards debt is going to take 6 months to pay off the Discover credit card. This starting March, we're going to put $300 of this in our savings. This should be $107, you guys, in our savings. I put $100, but you guys get the gist. So $300 is what we're going to put. We're still going to pay this $151 minimum, and we already paid the minimum for the month, you guys. Remember, this is the money left over, so we're going to add extra towards this particular debt, okay? So if we have $300 that we're going to put towards our debt plus a $151 minimum, technically we would have put $451 towards that card for the month, but we're not going to include this minimum. Let's have this minimum be our interest barrier. So that way we're not focusing on trying to put more money, and interest is just eating it up. If you want to go ahead and put your interest percent, you can even go as far as that and getting deep into that perspective as well. So our goal is to pay off the Discover. If we put $17.41 on the Discover and we take $300 and put it towards that card, we would total to $1,800. So let's show how we would set this up in our debt tracker now that the month is over. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that my camera is focusing, because the last thing I want is my camera not to be focused and then you guys can't see anything that I'm putting on there. All right, you guys, so let's jump straight into it. So at the end of the month, we have our cash surplus, right? So that's the money we have left over. So we're going to put in the corner of our debt tracker, we're going to put cash surplus, which is going to be 407. So that's what we have as our cash surplus. And we're going to break this down and we're going to put 300 towards debt. And then we're going to put 107 in our savings. Okay. Every penny has a purpose. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to write down our creditor. The creditor that we're going to pay off is going to be Discover. So I'm going to put Discover. This is a credit card. The starting balance that we have for this month is $17.41. That's what we're starting with. And then our credit limit, I don't know what her credit limit is. I'm not worried about it. But if you want to put all that information, the interest rate, you can add that as well. Our payments that we're doing is $151. I know you guys are going to ask about the interest rates. I round up, so I put the plan where we're still going to cover it. Okay. And then our payoff goal is to pay this off by August. So we want to pay this Discover credit card off by August. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the end of the month. So the end of the month, technically, when she will make this payment is going to be on her final payday of March, which is going to be March 27th. So we're going to put the date as 3/27. And we're going to go ahead and put $300 towards the debt. And the balance is starting at $17.41. Okay. So our balance starts at $17.41. Now we're going to go ahead and do the math. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and add that, subtract the difference here. So I'm hoping my camera's focusing, you guys. I always feel like it's not focused enough. All right. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take this balance, which the balance is going to be $17.41. So for this month, $17.41 was the balance. Okay. $17.41 minus 300. We're not going to add this $151 minimum. This was already paid in her budget plan. Remember, guys, this is the money left over. Cash surplus equals money left over. So we already put this $151 minimum. So we're acting like we didn't put anything. So we're basically only counting the 300 because this is what's going to take away the debt and this is going to cover the interest. So if we go ahead and take $17.41 and we minus it from 300, we're going to have $14.41 left over. All right, $17.41 minus 300 is what we put. That will be the balance. The balance is going to be lower because we put a higher minimum, but let's not act like we added this minimum so that can cover the interest. This is what we're covering for interest. Let's say this is our interest payment and then this is what's left over. So that's how we're going to do that process. And then the end of April, we'll do the same thing again to pay off the next, put the next payment on here to keep going. So you guys, that's as simple as it is to set up a debt payoff plan while using your debt tracker. Of course, you're going to keep going each month, and then you're able to put money in your savings. So we'll be able to put money in the savings checking jar. She'll start with $100 and her $107 left over in her savings. So we just keep doing this process over and over again until we pay off our debt. I'm never going to get tired of doing the same examples over and over again because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to know that it's possible for them to do it. This particular client has met with me multiple times and we keep changing her strategies and just going over her plan to see what's going to work for her. I want you guys to realize that budgeting isn't a one for all process. One doesn't fit all when it comes to budgeting, and that's why I do different examples. I'm not going to sit over here and just do my budget on my YouTube. It's not going to benefit you guys. I don't have the same numbers as you guys. You don't have the same numbers as me. Our situations are totally different. So I want you guys to take that with a portion of how you can incorporate all these different ideas into your own budget strategy. A lot of you guys are asking me, how do I do this? How do I do that? Or whatever the case may be, which I'm glad to have the questions and have the feedback because it allows me to be able to share the same concerns you may have with other clients that may be going through the same thing. I promise you guys, nobody in this world has an original experience. You just don't. Your numbers may be original and it may be different, but you guys are still working towards the same goals. So just make sure you're pushing yourself and you're staying motivated. Of course, numbers can change due to the fact of your expense tracker. Maybe you spent more for the month than you thought you did. Things like that. So we need to go through and write down those transactions just so you can see what you're spending, and then you can adjust this as it goes. Let's say she wasn't able to put the full $100 she had to put, or she impulsive spent. Let's say she only has $307 left over. She doesn't have $407. She has. Sorry, you guys, my camera storage got full, so I switched over to my phone because I don't feel like deleting stuff off my camera and then coming back. I just want to wrap up my video and close it out correctly, you guys. So what we would go ahead and do, let's say she had an emergency come up and she only had $307 left over instead of the $407. We basically just put $200 towards the debt and then whatever we have left over in our savings. So adjust it as you go, guys. You are in control, but just make sure you're making progress. Baby steps still matter. Do not allow anyone to pressure you on how fast you should be paying off your debt. As long as you have a plan and you have a strategy, let's focus on that. I'm not going to do her full debt payoff plan because we're just going to keep doing this every single month. I will keep you guys updated on how my client is doing because this is one of my clients that I speak to very often to make sure she's on track. She doesn't have a problem reaching out to me and asking questions, so I felt like sharing her journey can inspire and help somebody else. If you do want to get your own personalized budget, make sure you guys are going to the description bar and booking your April bookings. April bookings will open on the 31st. So make sure you're first in line to get your private session set up so you can get on track with your finances. Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you didn't hit that subscribe button or like button, make sure you like this video and subscribe so I can be posting more budgeting content that can help and inspire you and your financial situation. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.